Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Factify.
In this video, we'll be comparing the land of the free, the land of the tea, and the land of the Aussie. We will take a look at their demographics, geography, economy, and quality of life. And then once you've watched the video, we'll ask you which one you'd visit, which one you'd live in, and which one you'd avoid. So sit back, grab a cuppa, relax, and we hope you learn something new. So let's begin with their demographics by looking at the population of these three nations. Starting with the lowest, we have Australia with roughly 28 million people, putting them just below Madagascar and just above Venezuela. For a mind-boggling fact, Niger's population is growing at an extreme rate. By the year 2050, it is predicted that Niger will have a population of roughly 65 million, compared to Australia, which is expected to have around 33 million. Next, we have the UK with a population of just under 68 million, putting them behind France and just above Tanzania. And finally, one of the most populated countries on Earth, the US, with roughly 349 million people. However, what's even more impressive is that India, the most populated country in the world, has over 1 billion more people than the US. Okay, great. Let's now take a look at the population densities of these three countries. This is where it gets interesting. With roughly 275 people per square kilometer, the UK is the most densely populated out of the three. To no surprise, next we have the US with roughly 36 people per square kilometer, which is crazy considering how densely populated cities like Los Angeles and New York City are. And then finally, a remarkable 3 people per square kilometer, we have Australia. The state of Western Australia is even more remarkable, at just 0.9 people per square kilometer. As expected, this one is super close. Australia takes the win for overall life expectancy at birth with roughly 83 years, followed by the UK at around 81 years, and then just behind, we have the US at approximately 79 years. For the median age of population, the UK is the oldest at around 40.5 years, followed by Australia at 38.9, and then the US at roughly 38.5. Cool. Let's now take a look at the geography of these three magnificent countries. To some surprise, the UK actually has the least at roughly 13%, followed by Australia with around 16%. Make the air cleaner and provide perfect habitats for incredible animals. Then we have Australia at just under 7.7 million square kilometers, and finally, the largest out of the three, and the third largest in the world. Australia's largest state, Western Australia, accounts for around 2.5 million square kilometers. Western Australia alone is about 10 times the size of the UK. Believe it or not, when you look at a map, the size of most countries is completely incorrect and out of proportion. It's difficult to represent our three-dimensional world on a two-dimensional space. So this website allows us to see the true size of every country. As you can see, Australia and the US are actually quite similar in size, but they completely dwarf the UK. Okay, moving on to the economies of these three countries, starting off with their total GDP, or gross domestic product. GDP reflects the value and productivity of an economy, measuring the market value of all final goods and services produced annually. With an economy of roughly $2 trillion, Australia is the lowest out of the three. Then we have the UK, with one of the largest economies in the world, with a GDP of around $4.2 trillion. And finally, the big one, the world's largest economy, the US, with a phenomenal $31 trillion. To put this in perspective, the second largest economy in the world is China, with roughly $18 trillion, followed by Japan and Germany at around $4.5 trillion and $4 trillion respectively. Now that we've seen their GDP, let's take a look at GDP per capita. We get this by dividing the total GDP by the total population. The US takes a clear win here with roughly $90,000 per person. Australia sits nicely in the middle at around $67,000. and the UK comes in slightly lower at roughly $60,000. To end the video, let's take a look at some quality of life statistics, starting with obesity rates. This is the percentage of adults in the country that are classed as obese. Unfortunately, it's not a great result for these three countries. The UK has the lowest at roughly 28%, followed by Australia at around 30%, and then the US at approximately 36%. Out of the three, only the UK has a fully public healthcare system. Australia operates a mixed public-private healthcare system, while the US relies largely on private healthcare. Australia has a high number of hospital beds and physicians per 1,000 people, which may be linked to its strict immigration policies that focus on skilled workers. So now it's your turn. Let us know in the comments section below which one you live in, which one you'd visit, and which one you'd avoid, and why. We can't wait to read your comments. While you're there, let us know which cities or countries we should cover next. Personally, I would live in Australia for the amazing quality of life and weather. I'd visit the USA because it has so many fantastic states and cities with a huge variety of climates. And I'd avoid the UK simply because I've lived here all my life. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, a like and a subscribe to the channel would be amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.